What's up, everybody? Josh or Miho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band East of the Wall, entitled Redaction Artifacts. This is released on Translation Lost Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Keyport, New Jersey, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very experimental, all-over-the-board style of progressive metal. I mean, this is one of those progressive metal bands that really doesn't stick exclusively to progressive metal. They like to think outside the box and create sounds that are very daring, bold, and original. I mean, taking elements from sludge metal, math rock, post-metal, avant-garde, instrumental. This is a band that really dares to be different, and they have done so with the past 3 releases that they put out. I mean, the first album that they ever did was Farmer's Almanac. It was straightly all instrumental, but I thought it was an amazing record to listen to. But the next 2 albums after that really showcased the diversity that this band can create. Most notably, Resentiment and The Apologist. Both included clean and harsh vocals, and the inclusion of the vocals and better musicianship really showcased how hard this band can really work and deliver some incredible music. And with time, this band has been very consistent in making really good music. Now, here we are with the 4th full-length from this band, entitled Redaction Artifacts. It's 11 tracks, and it clocks in at around 55 minutes in length. And what Redaction Artifacts does is it takes elements from the past 3 East of the Wall releases, fine-tunes things, refines a lot of things, and therefore you get an album that is just incredibly satisfying to the ears, and just the overall atmosphere of everything works so good. This is easily the best thing that this band has put out yet, and very much I'm appreciating the attention to detail that's being put with this record. The guitar work on here is incredibly in-depth and fluid. This is a 3-guitar band. You would think for a band that has 3 guitars, you would feel this is a little bit of overkill. But in the case of East of the Wall, I think the inclusion of multiple guitars definitely enhances the sound and gives you a very full, robust listening experience. The guitar riffs on here are incredibly powerful, very heavy, very calm, very patient. There are moments where the riffs tend to be a little bit more relaxed and calm, and then you get riffs that are just straight out ball crushing and bone crushing. It is incredible the kind of riff work you'll hear. Take the tracks I'm Always Fighting Drago and Obfuscate or Die. You get some really, really well thought out riffs, very well layered and structured. Even the solo work that you hear on those particular tracks and later on the album, it just sounds amazing. Very beautifully done guitar work, and I'm loving the way that it sounds in this mix. It's great. The bass on this album sounds incredibly vibrant. It is very well mixed and produced. It definitely stands out as its own kind of instrument. It doesn't try to really battle or get into it with the guitar or anything like that. But the bass does sound incredible. It has a really gliding and crisp type of vibe that you would normally expect in a bass guitar performance for a progressive metal album. But the bass sounds really good. I'm enjoying the way that it's played, and it's very, very well executed. Going to another track on this album, it's really one of the main instrumental tracks of this album. I want to say A Negative Senescence. I think I said that right. If I said that wrong, I apologize. But that particular track really showcases the interplay between the guitar and the bass work on this album, and I think it really sounds amazing. Definitely contrasting styles, but it works so good. The drums on this album are incredibly powerful sounding. I'm enjoying the way that the cymbals are sounding, the kick and snare, the toms, the drum fills, just the overall variety. And like I said, this is a pretty lengthy album, but some of the longer tracks on here definitely give you a case of really well thought out speeds and variations. Like The song The Fractal Canopy, that's an 8-minute long track. You get some really, really crisp and well-played drums to even the closing track of this album, Noir Filter. It's a 10-minute long song, but you get some really very patient, methodical kind of drum work going on that track, but yet I think it's very well played, and it tells a great story, the drums on this album, and I'm really enjoying the way the drums are on this album. And moving on to the vocals, I think the vocals are great here. The vocal harmonies sound amazing. I'm really, really enjoying the singing on this album, the cleans that are on here. Really, really beautifully done. Very, very emotional, very from the heart, very well spoken and well crafted. The harsh vocals, the growls, that's where you almost get that almost sludgy Mastodon Rosetta type of vibe going on with the vocals. I think it's really awesome, the interplay between harsh vocals and clean singing. I think it's incredible and really, really very powerfully done here. So overall, if you're a fan of East of the Wall, you will get some great enjoyment from this album. I think this is the best thing that East of the Wall have put out yet. Very diverse, very well structured musicianship, great vocal work, awesome lyrics, just a great story to be told, and really top of the heap progressive metal if there ever was any. If I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say I'm Always Fighting Drago, Obfuscate or Die, third person camera, excessive convulsive, and Noir Filter. Some really awesome tracks. This is going to be available on October the 29th. Definitely pick this up from Translation Loss or wherever Translation Loss CDs and LPs are available. This is definitely going to be something worth owning. So, again, the album is Redaction Artifacts by East of the Wall. This is released on Translation Loss Records. Check this out, and I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. Really, really awesome progressive metal from a band that really cares about its craft and gives you great attention to detail. So support East of the Wall. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for joining my channel. And until the next time, Armijo out.